I was arriving here for my normal assignment, which is C shift. I had relieved the firefighter off of engine 21 a little bit early, and a cardiac arrest was dispatched just in a neighborhood right behind the station. So I responded to that call with Captain Leonard and Engineer Carter Schmitz, where we found a mid-30s-year-old female who was unresponsive or pulseless and apneic, with bystander CPR being performed by her husband.
I heard her wake up at about 5 in the morning to get the child, 1-year-old, from the crib because she was crying. Next thing I remember, I wake up about 6:50 from Olivia kicking me in the back with her feet, trying to call over my wife, and my wife is making the last weird noises, last 3 breaths, and that's it. And then so I look at her, and she's all blue, and then she's not responding to anything. I was trying to wake her up. So 6:50, I called 911, put her on the floor, started doing CPR right away.
We had established an advanced airway and continued resuscitation efforts, and found that she was in a cardiac rhythm that required us to defibrillate or give her electricity to. We had defibrillated her a total of 3 times on scene before the ambulance that we were waiting for got there. By the time the ambulance got there, we were getting her loaded up to the gurney. She had her own pulse, so her heart had begun to beat again.
The officers took me out of the room because we didn't know the outcome of it. And then they took me to the kids' room by the time she was out to taken to the hospital.
Throughout the day, after bringing her to Mercy San Juan, we would check in with the hospital staff to check on the outcome, and they said that she was in a stable condition, which I thought was awesome. It's really cool when you get to hear stories like that, and especially when you get to be a part of the resuscitation team.
About 8 days in the hospital, she went home. She had the surgery, had defibrillator installed, but the heart stopped twice on that day. So not only it stopped in the morning, it stopped about 7:16 in the evening too.
After that day, I didn't receive any information about her outcome until about 2 years ago. I received a call from one of our EMS captains, Captain Hayden, and he informed me that this particular patient was back to normal, living without any type of deficits or loss of quality of life, and was a loving wife and mother to her 3 kids, as well as a school worker at one of the local schools.
What we saw is God's grace all throughout. Foreman's response. The professionals came, did everything they could to save her life. She was in the best care at Mercy Hospital, the best ICU, and the best medical staff was taking care of her, which was amazing. Obviously, it was a painful time, but we were grateful each day as she was making the progress.
It felt pretty good to know that our efforts on this call that day made a difference and ultimately led a patient to have a successful outcome and carry on with her normal life within the community that we serve.
Today we're celebrating life. You know, she's alive. The kids have their mother. I have my wife, and we're happy.